Ben Bergquam's out in Nevada. Let's bring Ben back in because there is other stuff going on. Obviously, we have the Nevada Caucus after we had the Nevada primary, where Nikki Haley did her best Brewster's Millions impression and lost to none of the above by 30 points. If you go to caucus and you lose by 30 to basically like a dead person, which is like maybe losing to Biden, I mean, that's pretty unbelievable, Ben. So, Ben, explain first of all, how did we get a primary and a caucus? Is this what we normally do in Nevada? Kind of give us like how we got to where we are.
Well, I'm not an expert on that, so I would defer to the Michael McDonald, the chair. We're going to have him on in a few minutes here live, Nevada GOP chair. But it was a decision that was made. Basically, they were trying to get rid of the caucuses in Nevada, and the GOP said, nope, we're not playing those shenanigans. We're not having this steal. From the Republican standpoint, it was primaries are more easily to cheat, and they didn't want it. So the Republicans stuck with the caucus, although they allowed for this primary. The state of Nevada, the liberals in the state of Nevada, said we're going to have a primary, which means nothing. So they basically just wasted a ton of time and a ton of money of the people of Nevada to end up having Nikki Haley lose 2-1 to none of the above, really, to President Trump. And so tonight we're going to have the real vote, the caucus, which President Trump is going to crush, and we're going to move on to South Carolina. And and ultimately, though, this is even more so about the general election coming back here and the fight that we're in November. So all of these states are really leading up, and the question really becomes, why is Nikki Haley still in this race? And all of that, think about this, though. Damon, we didn't even get into this. All these attacks on President Trump, this bombshell that comes out about Joe Biden, the exit strategy by the Democrats, all of this going on, while our borders are still wide open, our country is being invaded, our country is being destroyed from within by the very people that are too feeble to be able to even run the country. It's an incredible time to be living in America, incredibly sad time in a lot of ways. But, if you're on this side, it's also an inspiring time. So President Trump's going to bring that inspirational message tonight. Then he's going to move on to South Carolina. We're going to be joining him out there in a couple days, and we just continue down the road. The question now becomes that, how long does Nikki hold out? How much money of that Democrat money is she going to be able to hold on to? So we'll see it's anyone's guess at that point.
Well, you've got guys like John Bolton telling her to stay in through the, into the summer. She comes in fourth, well, she came in first. She comes in third, well, she came in first. She's got John Bolton saying, well, stay into the convention. You've got the donor billionaire class throwing money at her. You got the Bill Kristol types, saying, no, you got to stay in. And quite frankly, Ben, my theory has been that she's playing the Judge Chutkan race, and she's hoping that what we see in D.C., it's kind of like that Newt Gingrich phone call he got back down in Georgia and said, no, we need this special, we need a conviction like tomorrow. And she says, well, they're not even going to be back by tomorrow. No, you're not hearing me. We need a conviction by tomorrow. I think she's playing, why not stay in? I mean, she's playing the Judge Chutkan card. Maybe they get a conviction. Now he's a convicted felon. Maybe it goes to the appeals court. They uphold it in D.C. because it's the most left-wing, radical rag courts we have. She says, well, you're not going to put up a convicted felon, are you, at this point? I think she's playing that card. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I think you're right, but if you go with that logic, I think it's one of two things. As you said, she's got so much money coming in. There's people, she's basically bought off at this point from rhinos on the right and Democrats who are playing this open primary strategy. But if you go with that logic, the problem is you've just disenfranchised half of your voter base who are not going to vote for you. I, for one, wouldn't vote for her in the general election. And so you're basically guaranteeing a Joe Biden win either way. So if you're going with that mindset, rather than fighting back and being on President Trump's side and saying all of this is warfare, it's so that side of it doesn't make sense. But you're right, that could be part of the strategy.